Why would you read a dating book? What is in a dating book that you should know that is not natural to us? You might question that, because not many of us here, I think, ever read a dating book. But for me, it all came back to first year in college. I was shy. I was in my room, right? I was watching YouTube all day. I was watching Netflix all day, and I'm doing nothing. I had no friends. I don't even go to the gym, even though the gym is like next to my room. And you know what the worst part about my first year in college? I got friend zoned. I got friend zoned not once, not twice, 3 times. They all said, "You look like a very good friend to me. Let's keep it that way." Like, I just hate my life. I was blaming all my problems on my parents, because I was thinking, if my family was richer, we would live a happier life. That's what I thought when I was in college. So then, there was my brother. So he's like the opposite of me. He has scholarships for bachelor, he has scholarship for master's, he got monthly expenses paid for by the school. So basically, he gets paid to go to school. And he's been having his 6-pack since high school, and he's in a music band. So technically, he's the exact opposite of me. He's the popular Asian kid in school. So that one day, my brother, so he came into my room, right? Boom, he opened the door. There's like dirty laundry on the floor. There's trash on my table. There's like a tiny space for my laptop. And he was looking at me. He's like, "Yo, bro, what you doing? Why is the room so messy? Why are you not doing anything with your life? Why are you watching all this junk TV shows and not even exercising?" And I was just mumbling. I was like, "Bro, I don't know what I'm doing." He said, "You're wasting all this potential. You're wasting all this opportunity. You're wasting time on these trash TV shows while you should be doing greater things with your life. A few years later, you're going to look back and you're going to realize all the times you wasted. You could have been better than this." And we just kept on talking. And eventually, he introduced me to this book. The book is called Models by Mark Manson. And this one was recently translated to Vietnamese, so you could find it in the bookstores. He said, "Just read the first chapter of this book and tell me if you didn't learn anything." I was really doubting the book because, you know, all the cliche self-help book, how to be rich, how to make money, how to be a millionaire. I was thinking the same. I was thinking, if these books could help anybody, why would no one be rich when they buy the book? No, if everyone is rich, why is rich? None of the readers rich. But, you know, I was heartbroken. I was friend-zoned. So I was like, "Yo, okay, I got nothing better to do. I'll just read the first chapter." So the first chapter, would you date yourself? That's the big question. Would you date yourself if you were your crush? And of course, I had no money. I have no Mercedes. I have no job. I suck at school. I'm fat. I'm lazy. I wouldn't date myself if I was the girl that I like. Why would she have to date me? That's when reality hits. That's when I realized that the perspective you learn from the books is really going to flip your mind around. I learned that women, when they like someone, it was never about the money. If you think woman dates a man based on money, then all the guys with the Rolex, all the guys with the Mercedes, with the Rolls Royce in the club, they would be getting all the girls, right? But then it doesn't happen like that. There's always more to a man, to a person, than money. There's always the intangible value. There's always the respect people give to you. There's always the confidence you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you work, There are so many factors in life for a man to be living in this world that is more than just money. It really changed my life. Like, you just saw the photo with Sun Tung, right? It's my film production. Like, we've been doing very well for my age, because I'm relatively young in the business space. I'm older than most of you here, the students, but for the business age, I'm like the younger side. In the tech side, I'm also on the younger side. And I have my book startup. I have a lot of users, and thankfully, they've been supporting the app, because I've been sharing, me and my team, we've been sharing knowledge that I wish the book had taught me earlier, and I'm sharing with the younger generation. And it was technically the younger me. And of course, I had a lot of fails. The monies that I burned in the startup, I could probably be driving like a nice car right now, but I'm not, so that's a lot of fails in life. But my dating life has been amazing. I've been dating European models, beauty pageants. You can see in the videos. I've been hanging out with female CEOs of like the top companies. And a lot of them were just casual relationships. A lot of them were serious relationships. But we all learned from each other. And I still wonder why that I'm still a young kid in the career, and they would still hang out with me because I had no money. Remember, I had no money. Even now, I still have no money because my startup is still burning money. But I realized I never had so much money in my life. It was all the value that I learned from the books that improved me as a man. And I learned about Stoicism. So I was blaming my parents for not having money, right? I was blaming that my family was not rich. I wasn't driving a nice car in school. I was struggling. I had to work a part-time job. And I was blaming that for not doing well in school. But Stoicism taught me that there's a lot of problems in life. But the problems are what makes life livable and enjoyable. Because when you wish your life was smooth with no problem, that's when you're not living anymore. You ever imagine like a summer when you just have nothing to do? That's when you start doing stupid stuff. So when you learn about Stoicism and you read more about life, you realize that these problems in your life will always be there. Even when you're rich, you're successful, there will always be problems. And so I learned to accept the problems as part of my life, and I enjoy the journey. That's how I don't get stressed anymore. Because even though how well you prepare for life, there will always be problems. And it's going to happen at the worst time. So don't be like me, waiting for someone like my brother to hand me a book. Don't wait for someone to give you an opportunity, because the books are always there. The books will always give you the blueprints, the guidelines for everything you need in life. You might think that books are cheesy, but let me tell you, the books, they're like your best mentor. You don't have to come work with someone like me or work with someone in the industry to have knowledge. Nowadays, internet is free, and I hope you take one small step every day so you live your life with passion. Even your decision to come here today could be the small step to your big change. Thank you.